तो कुचीना
तो हर कोई बनाना चाहेगा खाना।
कुचीना।
Renault, passion for life.
Age is no friend of human body. But what if we said you could live until 150? An affordable anti-aging pill is on the horizon. $150 not out.
This program is co-sponsored by
Peace of mind comes standard with a Skoda. Skoda, simply clever.
Big drama outside Circuit House in Belagavi. Jarkioli supporters unhappy with the Belagavi PLD Bank election say that the election is unfair. Earlier in the day, Mahadev Patil and Babu Sahib Jamdar elected chairman and deputy chairman unopposed in the PLD Bank polls. Both Lakshmi Hebalkar's aides emerged winner in anti-climax. All's well in the Congress. We are united, says Ishwar Khandre. Differences were just small issues and they have been sorted out, says Congress working president. Lakshmi Hebalkar and Satish Jarkioli put up a united front after the elections, but is all well with the Congress camp in Belagavi is a question. And did DK Shivkumar have a crucial role to play in Lakshmi Hebalkar's aides winning the PLD Bank polls? Did DK Shivkumar plot winning strategy for Hebalkar camp? We have some big news just coming in. You're watching the Big Lunch Hour with me, Vijay. Lakshmi Hebalkar makes a veiled attack on Jarkioli brothers. I have been hurt over the PLD Bank election drama is what Lakshmi Hebalkar is saying. Justice has finally prevailed is what Lakshmi Hebalkar is saying. This is the big news which is just coming in. I know my limits in politics is what Lakshmi Hebalkar is saying. Lakshmi Hebalkar has made a veiled attack on the Jarkioli brothers. I have been hurt over the PLD Bank election drama. Justice has finally prevailed is what Lakshmi Hebalkar is saying. I know my limits in politics and will not tolerate any interference in affairs of my constituency. Big news coming in. Lakshmi Hebalkar's reactions after the elections. I have been hurt over the PLD Bank election drama. Justice has finally prevailed and I know my limits in politics is what Lakshmi Hebalkar is saying. Will not tolerate any interference in affairs of my constituency. This is the big news which is just coming in. Well, we know that there was a huge tussle which went on between the Jarkioli brothers and Lakshmi Hebalkar just prior to the PLD bank election. There were a lot of differences which came out in the open, but Lakshmi Hebalkar, of course, maintained a very calm exterior. She said it's left to the senior leaders to sort out the issue. But this morning, she did let her emotions get the better of her. She said that the minister, responsible minister, should not make such comments against others, should not make personal attacks. But now, after the election, there again seems to be a veiled attack where she says, I have been hurt over the PLD Bank election drama. But justice has finally prevailed is what Lakshmi Hebalkar is saying. I know my limits in politics and I will not tolerate any interference in the affairs of my constituency. Well, this is what Lakshmi Hebalkar is saying. Jarkioli brothers seem to be keen on ensuring their candidate's victory in the PLD Bank polls. We have some big news just coming in. DK Shivkumar reportedly held a meeting with state in charge Venugopal over the polls. DK has reportedly asked Venugopal to intervene after his altercation with Ramesh Jarkioli. Ramesh Jarkioli had asked DK Shivkumar not to intervene in Belagavi politics. Took it as a challenge and he DK Shivkumar seems to have taken it as a challenge and ensured the Lakshmi Hebalkar camp victory. Now, is this what transpired? This is a totally new insight into this entire Belagavi politics. Now, DK Shivkumar reportedly held a meeting with the state Congress in charge KC Venugopal after Ramesh Jarkioli had asked him not to intervene in Belagavi politics, and it looks like DK Shivkumar had taken it upon himself to ensure Lakshmi Hebalkar's camp's victory. And now it is said that these are the details which are emerging. Different insights into this into Belagavi politics. We thought it was a battle between Lakshmi Hebalkar and the Jarkioli brothers. Now it looks like even DK Shivkumar is involved, considering that Ramesh Jarkioli had hit out against DK Shivkumar and asked him not to interfere in Belagavi politics. But looks like DK Shivkumar has taken it upon himself to prove a point to the Jarkioli brothers. Now, how will this go down with the Jarkioli brothers? Well, I'm joined in by my colleague Arun Sundaram on the phone line. Well, Arun, plenty of developments. DK Shivkumar's role is now seemingly gaining more importance in this entire Belagavi fight. It looks like he has played a huge role, and the Congress state in charge coming in. Earlier this morning, we spoke to the Congress spokespersons, and they continued to say that it was a small affair, it was a personal issue, and it had absolutely no repercussions.
A PLD bank, and that too in Belagavi. This is the issue. Cooperative institutions are run exclusively or run solely by the politicos or their cohorts. And it may sound to people like, to city dwellers, that this is after all a PLD bank. But the kind of clout, because remember, these banks lend money to thousands of people, to farmers. The kind of clout they have is so immense that it is but inevitable that some point of time the lines between politics and business really blurs. And presumably a large chunk of the money that's being lent could be lent for sugar mills, because that's a predominant business in Belagavi. And therefore, you have an additional dimension as far as business is concerned. Business, politics, the casualty, could you call it the casualty, or could you call it the subject matter of tussle? That's the PLD bank. It is a very, very clear case that there is lust for power which is on display or being exhibited at this point of time in Belagavi. Outwardly, they may say that this is a small issue, this is something which should not be glamorized by media, etc. But internally, it is a fight to the finish. Because whoever is able to win here, the stakes are too high. Let me run you through how it is at this point of time, Vijay. With my limited knowledge, you have one side the Jarkioli brothers, who built up brick by brick their political reputation, their political influence in the district. You have a lady on the other hand. You don't come across several instances of ladies contesting from that part of the state. A lady with virtually no baggage, no background, struggles to make it to the top, and in 2018 her dreams literally fructify. She becomes an MLA. She is already the Mahila Morcha chairman of a party. Obviously, she wants to wield her clout. She wants to tell people that, look, I have arrived. And therefore, on the one hand, you have an established old guard and the new upstart. It's a perfect recipe for a tussle. And that is what is, unfortunately enough, today manifesting in the form of the PLD bank elections. This is something which is not a localized issue. It has repercussions across the board, It has influence, perhaps, which will have an implication as far as 2019 is concerned. If it is something that people simply withdraw and walk away from, the matter is over. But this matter is far from over at this point of time. Bear my words, this is far from over. There are people who are interested. You may say it is a case of altruism. That's one way of looking at it. But then, this kind of networking in politics is what actually helps you to build a mass leader. So there are a lot of political learnings and lessons coming out of this particular incident. It is not a simple cooperative bank election that we are talking of or discussing at this point of time, Vijay.
Yes, absolutely, Arun. Definitely it has much more repercussions than what is made out to be. It has plenty of significance for the Congress, because if the Congress state in charge has to intervene, it looks like it's a matter of pride, it's a matter of ego for many players, and a lot of people have a stake in Belagavi politics. Apart from the two groups, Lakshmi Habalkar and the Jarkioli brothers, there seem to be other people who have a lot of stake in this entire drama which is being played out. But DK Shivkumar playing a crucial role. It looks like he just wanted to prove a point to the Jarkioli brothers, Arun, and it looks like he has done so at this moment of time. But could that have repercussions? The Jarkioli brothers, the DK Shivkumar face-off, is that likely? Are we headed for that soon? Is that likely to have an effect on the Congress again, on the party, when the cabinet expansion comes up, Arun?
You can't discount this, Vijay. These two brothers are two very, very politically seasoned. They know how to play the game. They are people who've got immense clout in that district. They have their own following, and they are very influential leaders in the Valmiki community to which they belong. It is going to have a lot of repercussions. Obviously, at this point of time, the PLD bank elections will be done and dusted with by about 5 o'clock or say 6 o'clock this evening, and then you would think it will be all hunky-dory. No, it may not be. It may continue to rankle on. The next probable battleground would be the cabinet expansion which takes place.
Arun, I just have to put you on hold for a while. Arun, hold your thoughts there. We have a reaction coming in from Parshuram Patil from Belagavi. Let's listen to what he had to say.
ಹಿನ್ನಡೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನದೊಳಗೆ ಹಿನ್ನಡೆನ ಮುನ್ನಡೆ ಕಾದು ನೋಡಬೇಕಿದ್ದು. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನ ಆಗಬಹುದು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಲೆವೆಲ್ದಾಗ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅವ್ರ ಲೆವೆಲ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತಾಡುವಂತ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದು ಹಿನ್ನಡೆ ಮುನ್ನಡೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದೇ ಅದ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನದೊಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
Well, Arun, Parshuram Patil, close aide to Satish Jarkioli, he sounded off a very ominous warning. We were discussing that previously as well. But please continue. You were on the, we had asked the question about whether DK Shivkumar's intervention in the polls will have an effect on the Congress party. Will it lead to a face-off with the Jarkioli brothers, Arun?
Well, we will have to wait and watch, Vijay, but clearly it appears at this point of time that the water has reached a critical level. The water levels continue to rise, and it could flood the plains anytime. You need to take certain steps. You need to ensure that the warring factions are brought to a truce, and the truce is sustainable. It's not that it's a truce in front of the cameras and then behind it, as you saw this particular person, Parshuram Patil, warned the other camp. You cannot have something of that kind being played out, because it sends out a very, very negative, a very poor kind of a communication message that clearly all is not well. This has to be resolved at the earliest, because you are coming across instances. In this particular case, it has manifested itself publicly, and it has now become a open spat, a public open spat. There are other districts too where this tussle continues. So how will you go about resolving it?
Right.
And it also definitely casts a long shadow on the coalition, because you are the senior partner. You're supposed to show the junior partner the way around. But if your own house is not in order, how is it that you expect people in the lane to abide by you?
Right.
This is going to have a major impact, to say the least, Vijay.
Right, right, Arun. Thank you so much for joining us with all those details. That was my colleague Arun saying that it's the impact of the PLD bank polls on the Congress is not something small. It is not insignificant. It cannot be brushed off, as the Congress spokespersons were doing earlier this morning. But we have some big news just coming in. We have a BJP reaction coming in on the Belagavi polls. K.S. Ishwarappa has lashed out at the Congress over the PLD bank polls. Congress is a party of chaos and discipline, is what K.S. Ishwarappa is saying. Nobody is following the KPCC president's order, is what K.S. Ishwarappa is saying. This is the big news which is just coming in. BJP reacting to the PLD bank polls. K.S. Ishwarappa lashes out at the Congress and he says Congress is a party of chaos and indiscipline and nobody is following the KPCC president's order, is what K.S. Ishwarappa is saying. So the BJP pouncing at this opportunity, targeting the PLD bank polls, targeting the Congress over the PLD bank polls, and saying Congress is a party of chaos and indiscipline and nobody is following the KPCC president's order. He was referring to the big fight between the Jarkiholi brothers and Lakshmi Hebalkar in Belagavi.
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳೂರು ಕೇಳೋರು ಯಾರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆಳಗಾವಿನ PLD ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸಾಕು. ನೀನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ DKC ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ತಲೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ಇದು ಬಹಿರಂಗವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ಕೂಡ್ದು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವರು ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ದಿನೇಶ್ ಗುಂಡೂರಾವ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಆ ಆದೇಶವೇ ನನಗನ್ಸಲ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲ್ಕಸ ಅಂತ, ಅವರ ಆದೇಶವೇ ಕಾಲ್ಕಸ ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ.
Well, that was what K.S. Ishwarappa was saying. He's saying the PLD bank polls is enough evidence that there is chaos and disorder in the Congress. There's nobody listening to the diktat of the KPCC president. And a BJP reaction on the issue was definitely expected, and K.S. Ishwarappa has come in with that reaction, senior leader of the BJP. Well, I'm joined in by Nizam Faujar on the phone line. Thank you for joining us, Nizam. Nizam, the polls, they went a different way. There seems to be a fight, but now there is a lot of talk that this could have repercussions on the cabinet expansion, and because there seem to be senior leaders who are now getting involved in the polls. I will explain that to you. D.K. Shivkumar is now set to have intervened and ensured Lakshmi Hebalkar's victory. And D.K. Shivkumar and Jarkiholi brothers are not exactly on very good terms. Now, could that have a repercussion on the cabinet expansion? Could it have an effect on the Congress party as a whole, Nizam?
No, I don't think so. The bank elections is a very different issue, and the cabinet expansion is a very different issue. So these two cannot be coupled together. Coming to the chaos in the Congress, I don't think so. This is a false news, and this is basically speculation. And the speculations are to be these speculations are created by the opposition party, and I think they are in more love with Congress than their own party. So they're always interested, they're always commenting, they're always, trying to be part of everything that is Congress doing. So I think the BJP leaders are more in love with Congress than the BJP. So that's one of the reasons that these people are creating chaos or trying to create a chaos. And I don't think so the Congress party is worried about this.
Well, Nizam, what K.S. Ishwarappa said was these polls are an indication of the disorder in the Congress. He was referring to the fight between the Jarkiholi brothers and Lakshmi Hebalkar. He said the KPCC president's orders are not being listened to. There seems to be, people seem to be pulling in different directions. That's what the BJP feels on this issue, Nizam.
No, I think this is, I think the BJP first needs to answer what is the kind of order they have within their own party. They don't listen to Mr. Yediyurappa. They don't listen to other senior leaders. They are divided in the X number of factions. Every leader in BJP is a faction, and so to basically avoid the discussions and avoid to basically use a diversionary tactic, they are talking about Congress. I think the BJP leaders need to look into their own backyard. And after, I think the elections, BJP knows that their representatives would not be part of the PLB bank elections. So that's the panic button that they are trying to press. And BJP is on the losing side. They need to answer X number of issues in the national level. To avoid all this, they are trying to be more interested with the small infighting or the small dissent, possibly dissent within the district level of Congress, and trying to make that as a state issue or a national issue. And I think this has really no precipitation to any political outcome.
Right, but Nizam, you're saying it's a small issue, but then the working president of the Congress had to intervene, that is Ishwar Khandre, and there seems to be immense interest from one of the senior leaders of the Congress, D.K. Shivkumar, in this entire issue. It is said that he had spoken to K.C. Venugopal and also intervened in the issue. So it's not exactly a small thing for the Congress. That's the impression we get, because so many senior leaders are being involved in this particular PLD bank poll. That's why we are asking, and also there seems to be this constant tussle. Senior leaders, that is Lakshmi Hebalkar, and Lakshmi Hebalkar she's just growing in the Congress party, at the Congress party level. But of course, Jarkioli brothers have been there. But still, it is quite a tussle between both groups. That's the reason we are questioning whether the KPCC president's orders are not being followed. Because these two seem to be going at it. They seem to be at loggerheads. Even though senior Congress party leaders have intervened and said, please calm down, keep your fight. If your fight is personal, keep it out of the public platform. This is what seems to have happened. That's why we are asking this question, Nizam, whether the KPCC president's orders are not being followed by Congress, by the other Congress leaders.
Now, let me answer this question in three parts. The first part is Congress constantly believes in the nurturing and the growth of the regional leaders. Reason is because they make the party more stronger at the regional level. That means regional means possibly the district level or the group of district level. So we constantly nurture and help leaders to grow. So if Lakshmi Hebalkar is growing, it is a good thing. If Mr. Jarkioli is growing, it is a very good thing. So that we are always in the interest of their leadership growth. Coming to the second part, the discipline coming from the KPCC president and the working president, I think as a party we believe in following the leaders. As a party we believe in agreeing to the understanding, basically the understanding from the top level leadership. We agree to it. We don't question it. Yes, there may be small disagreements here and there. That should be a natural thing. We should not stop this disagreement part because it will not lead into healthy discussion. To make the party more vibrant, to bring new ideas, I think people need to disagree at a certain level. And that disagreement is a welcome thing because it makes the political ideology more stronger. So Mr. Dinesh Gundurao and Mr. Ishwar Khandre are two extremely competent leaders, and they have been given the responsibility of Karnataka Congress. And they're doing a great job. And nobody is disagreeing to what they are saying. It is a good thing that these people are taking very personally and trying to resolve certain issues. It is a very good thing and it's a welcome thing. And coming to the third part, to the senior leaders becoming part of the bank leadership, I think these are a natural process to strengthen the leadership, strengthen the political discourse, to strengthen the political narrative. The leaders take good interest on organizational levels. It could be the NGO, it could be the bank, it could be some corporation. It is part of a political natural progression. So we shouldn't really give too much of importance to that. what we need to give importance to is as a unit, where is Congress heading? In the coming 2019 elections, Congress has become more solid. It has become a force to reckon with. Modi is afraid. The Amit Shah is afraid. The top leadership of BJP is afraid. The Karnataka BJP leaders are scrambling for some issue, and they're using these issues to make a huge amount of dissent out of the Congress. And I think they are more in love with Congress. I think they should start asking for a membership in Congress, and possibly we will reject it.
Right, Nizam, thank you so much for joining us. That was the Nizam Congress spokesperson spelling out in detail as to why the Congress is not apparently affected by these polls, and why there was so much interest of senior leaders in the PLD bank polls. Now, this is what transpired right through the day in the PLD bank polls. On the left-hand side of your screen, you see Lakshmi Hebalkar's two candidates, two supporters who have won the election. They were elected unopposed, mind you, and then they're all posing for a group photograph along with the Jarkioli brothers, a very united show of strength from Belagavi. And then, of course, on the right-hand side, soon after this happened, and soon after Ishwar Khandre addressed a press conference, Ishwar Khandre is a working president of the Congress, addressed a press conference saying all is well with the Congress. On the right-hand side of the screen, you see Jarkioli's supporters venting their ire, saying that what transpired was unfair. And then, of course, in the center of your screen, the question about DK Shivkumar being also involved in this PLD bank election, whether he was the one who plotted the strategy for Lakshmi Hebalkar to win the PLD bank polls. This is what transpired right through the day. Now, NEWS9 has some exclusive footage. Mind you, exclusive footage. This was just before the candidates were withdrawn. Jarkioli brothers, remember, just before their candidates were withdrawn. These are exclusive footages. And this was what happened. There you see Satish Jarkioli there. Ishwar Khandre also there. Lakshmi Hebalkar is also there. Well, Satish Jarkioli, a very smiling exterior there. It looks like things are sorted out. All seems to have ended well. There you have Mahadev Patil. Already the congratulations are doing the rounds. Ishwar Khandre congratulating Mahadev Patil for winning the chairman post. And then you have Lakshmi Hebalkar also there. And this is a sort of arrangement which had come just before the press conference, just before the polls were to take place. This is the discussion which Lakshmi Hebalkar had with Ishwar Khandre, with Satish Jarkioli. This is the meeting which has taken place, and it looks like everything was sorted out, and Satish Jarkioli decided to withdraw the candidates. And he seems to have a very happy face on. That was what happened. Remember, this is exclusive footage of what transpired in Belagavi before the polls. There you can see Ishwar Khandre wishing the chairman, Mahadev Patil, and just behind him in the pink shirt, the man with the glasses, the camera has just gone past him. That was the deputy chairman who was elected. Both Lakshmi Hebalkar's supporters from Lakshmi Hebalkar's camp. We have some big news is coming in. Members of the PLD Bank arrived to scrutinize the nomination. Names of newly elected chairman and deputy chairman to be officially announced shortly. Mahadev Patil was elected as chairman of the PLD Bank unopposed. Bapu Sahab Jamdar was elected as the deputy chairman of the PLD Bank unopposed. Members of the PLD Bank arrived to scrutinize the nominations, and names of the newly elected chairman and deputy chairman will be officially announced shortly. This is the big news which is just coming in. Mahadev Patil elected chairman, Bapu Sahab Jamdar elected as deputy chairman, and members of the PLD Bank arrived to scrutinize nominations. Remember, the scrutinization of nominations was to take place at 1:20. But at about 11:15, two candidates, Lakshmi Hebalkar's candidates Mahadev Patil and Bapu Sahib Jamdar were declared elected unopposed. Members of the PLD Bank have arrived to scrutinize the nominations. The names of the newly elected chairman and deputy chairman will be announced shortly. Mahadev Patil was elected as chairman of the PLD Bank unopposed. Bapu Sahib Jamdar was elected as deputy chairman of the PLD Bank unopposed. And these are visuals of this is what transpired right through the day. Mahadev Patil elected as the chairman of the PLD Bank, and of course Bapu Sahib Jamdar elected as deputy chairman. Both of them are Lakshmi Hebalkar's supporters, Lakshmi Hebalkar's aides. They had emerged winner, elected unopposed, as the Jarkioli brothers withdrew their candidates from the elections. Let's listen to what Lakshmi Hebalkar had to say after the after the elections this morning. How did she react? Because she was very tense, considering that there was a whole week of tussle between the Jarkioli brothers and her leading up to today's elections. But what transpired after the elections? Let's listen in.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಂಪು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸಂಧಾನದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಗುಂಪು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಡಿ. ಆದರೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋವಾಗಿದೆ. ನನಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಸಂಧಾನದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಮ್ಮತದ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ. ರಾಜಕಾರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗಿದ್ರೂ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಹದ್ಬಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥವಳು. ಸೊ ವರಿಷ್ಠ ಹೇಳಿರೋದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಏನು ಬೇರೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಂಥ ರೀತಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ, ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ಜನತೆ ವಿಚಾರ ಬಂದಾಗ, ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಚೌಕಟ್ಟಿನ ವಿಚಾರ ಬಂದಾಗ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಾನು ನ್ಯಾಯ ದೊರಕಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ನನ್ನ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಈಗ ಬಗೆಹರಿಸಿ ಖಂಡಿತ. ವೈನಿ ಚಲಾವೋ ವೈನಿ ಚಲಾ.
That is what Lakshmi Hebalkar had said following the elections. She said, I was hurt, but finally justice has prevailed. And well, a lot of reactions. Satish Jarkioli also reacted on the issue, and let's listen to what he had to say.
ಸೊ ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯಿಂದ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಮೊದಲನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೊರದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ವರಿಷ್ಠರು ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಗಂಭೀರವಾಗಿ ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಪರಿಗಣಿಸಿದರು. ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಭಾಳ ಸಣ್ಣದು, ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಸಣ್ಣದಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಭಾಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿಕೋಪಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿತ್ತು. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಿನ್ನೆ ದಿನೇಶ್ ಗುಂಡೂರಾವ್ ಅವರು ಮಾತಾಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆ ಸಿ ವೇಣುಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಇವತ್ತು ಈಶ್ವರ್ ಖಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕರೆಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಂಧಾನ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಸಚಿವರ ಜೊತೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಶಾಸಕರು ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾಳ್ಕರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಮುಖಂಡರ ಜೊತೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಒಮ್ಮತ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಬಂದು ಅವಿರೋಧ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಹಂತಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ತೆರೆಯನ್ನು ಎಳೆದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಕಾರಣ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಅವಿರೋಧ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಚುನಾವಣೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಆಗಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಈ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಇದು ನಂದು ಗುಂಪು ನಿಂದು ಗುಂಪು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗಿ ಇದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬಂತು ಹೊರತಾಗಿ ಸೊ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅವಿರೋಧ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಅವಿರೋಧ ಇದು ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೀರ್ಘಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಗುಂಪುಗಾರಿಕೆ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಇದು ವರಿಷ್ಠರ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಸೂತ್ರ ಕಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪರಿಹಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಏನು ಭಾಳ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಏನು ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಿಸಿತು, ನಾ ಮುಂದೆ ನೀ ಮುಂದೆ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಸರಿದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಪಕ್ಷದ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಭಾಳ ದೊಡ್ಡದಂಥ ಅಸಂಧಾನ ಸೂತ್ರ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರದ್ದು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು. ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರ್ ನಂದು ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೋ ಆಕಾಂಕ್ಷಿಗಳಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇನಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟದ್ದು. ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೇಳಿದಲ್ಲ, ಅವಿರೋಧ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅವಿರೋಧ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಹೊರಗಿನ ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳ ಕೂಡಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೂ ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ಓಕೆ ನಮ್ದಿರಲಿ ದೂರ ಇರಲಿ, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಆದ ಮೆಂಬರನ್ನ ಒಂದೇ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಒಂದೇ ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆದಿದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದು ಈ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಯಿತು. ಅದನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತು ಈಶ್ವರ್ ಖಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಈಗ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ರಮೇಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಸೂಚನೆ ಮೇರೆಗೆ ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಇವ್ರನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕತ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಮರಾಠನೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ರಮೇಶ್ ಜಾರಕಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ದೇಶನ ಇತ್ತು. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಮರಾಠ ಮೈನಾರಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇನು ಸೂಚನೆ ಇತ್ತು, ಆ ಸೂಚನೆ ಮೇರೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಶಾಸಕರು ಕೂಡ ಸಹಮತ ಇದೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಸಂಧಾನ ಮೂಲಕ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ವಿ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಇದು ನಿಜ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂನ್ಸಿಲಿರುವಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ, ಅವನು ಕೂಡ ಸದಸ್ಯನಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅವನಿಂದನೇ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಆ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಶಾಸಕರು ಕೂಡ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಭಾಳ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ. ಖಂಡಿತ 100% ಅವನೇ ಕಾರಣ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮದು ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ, ಜನರ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ.
And it's the final battle of the England summer for India as Virat Kohli's army take on Joe Root's brigade in the 5th test at the Oval. Here's what to expect from the contest.
The series is over for Team India.
One that's just rolled along the floor, and Broad has done it again. Well, now that's close as well. Given